Chat. What up, chat? Oh, man, chat. I'm not feeling it right now. No cap. I'm not feeling it. I'm about to get started in a second. I'm going to just, typical NERO shit. I'm going to send, got to make sure I do what I got to do real quick. That way I get some people in here. So just bear with me. Give me a second. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a quick second. Give me a second. What up? What up? Say what's up. Say what's up. Just bear with me. Just give me one quick second. I'm about to start. No cap. I'm just doing shit real quick. Guys. Say what up. Say what up. Say what up. If you in here, say what up. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on 1 second, chat. See, that's the thing with lives in general. You got to make sure, right? You got to make sure you have the shit on point. I had my shit on point, but all right, word. Okay. All right, chat. We about to get started. Nah, word. All right, chat. We smooth. Well, hopefully some people get in here. I hope so. But with that being said, welcome to another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. I'm live back in the room again. My basement is still getting worked on. So my nigga Bo is down there by his lonely while the shit still get worked on. It's been worked on probably about 2 weeks now. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically all set. I just got to go down. I just got to go down there and fix shit around. You know what I'm saying? Make the area look like, well, my area, I should say, look how it used to be and whatnot. But I'll get to it. Hopefully, either this weekend or sometime early this upcoming week, it'll get done. But yeah, we're still here, chat. Sox, unlucky Sox have lost 2 in a row to the Yankees, which means they've lost a series. They've lost their first series to the Yankees this year. So that's unfortunate. But in baseball, you can't always win every game. You know what I'm saying? Can't always win every game. So, it's tough, but there is still a good amount of baseball to be played, obviously. Still a amount of baseball to be played. But, is it enough to get worried? I wouldn't panic, but I would worry a little bit. Honestly, I would worry a little bit. Appreciate you tuning in, everybody. Shout out to Andrew. Appreciate you, Andrew. I'm about to get to you right now. I got you. I see the comments. Let me just Fixing something real quick on the live as we speak. Just got to fix something real quick, and then I'll be all right. All right, and is it fixed? All right, word, I fixed it. Word. Yeah, Andrew, yes, sir. Let's see. Andrew says, shame on the Red Sox for losing 2 games in a row to the Yankees at home. Indeed. Yeah, it was. I tell you, it's tough. It is tough, and I agree with you too. He says also, I'm so mad at the Sox right now. I am too. I've been mad the last 3 games. No, I've been mad the last 3 games, brother. No bullshit. And obviously, what I'll get into too, the Red Sox offense is lifeless without Roman Anthony. Yes, indeed, sir. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Andrew in the chat. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Yeah, like I said, I'm not panicking, but I'm worried. I'm not panicking and I'm worried. And I'm gonna get into why I'm a little worried right now because of this three game skid and obviously losing to the Yankees this series. I mean, the Red Sox still have a good record against the Yankees. They are now 8-5 on the year. No, 8 and because they play 13 games, right? So 8-8, 16. They're 8-4 on the year. They 8-4 on the year. 8-4. So they're 8-4 on the year against the Yankees, which is great. But you've dropped 2 important games while it's getting the crunch time, right? And the Red Sox, like Andrew said too, the Red Sox offense has been very lifeless because their star player, Roman Anthony, isn't in there to really lead off the game, but also set the tone for the offense. When Roman Anthony leads off the game, whether it's a walk, a hit, or even if he does strike out, just having him in the lineup is much more relaxing for these guys. Not having him in the lineup right now in this rut sucks. I'm telling you, like, hey, tough. But, we'll get into that. Oh, got my guy Brian in the comments real quick before we get into the Red Sox talk. Fantasy question. Prediction for number 1 fantasy player per position this year. Ooh, that's a good question. All right, so this is what I'll do. So I would assume I'll go. I'm gonna do all the positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. I'm not gonna involve the kickers. I could give 2 shits about the kickers, and I won't give a fuck about the defense. But main positions. Start with quarterback. I think the number 1 player this year. It's either Lamar or it's Josh Allen, but I'm going to stick to Josh Allen. More so because at least with Lamar, he has Derrick Henry, and at least it kind of helps his offense out for the most part. Like, Lamar not having to do as much as he used to because he has a guy like Derrick Henry behind him is great. All his weapons, receivers are going to find their targets. They should be able to catch some touchdowns. He's definitely going to throw over. He's going to throw over 25 touchdowns. He'll get probably 600-700 yards rushing and whatnot. He'll probably have like 5-6 touchdowns. But I just see Josh Allen, especially. He'll probably have another year where he'll probably throw 30 to 35 touchdowns, and he'll probably get at least between 10 to 12 rushing touchdowns, right? And mind you, the yardage plays a big role also. So I just see Josh Allen taking it because he'll probably end up having 4,000 yards and 700 rushing yards. So right there, that's 4,700 yards of offense. And that's not including if he ends up having some big games where his passing yards are crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I see it go Josh Allen. Running back this year, off the strength of the game that he just had, I low-key might go Derrick Henry. Low-key. And I think he'll edge out Saquon by not much. But honestly, take away that fumble, Derrick Henry had a great game. He had a great game last Sunday night. I think for him, I don't think Derrick Henry's going to get close to the 2,000-yard mark like he did last year. I don't think he's going to go for 1,921. I don't. Derrick Henry, for the most part, I could see him averaging 100 a game. Maybe just a little bit less but I see him between 85 to 100. So, and that's in the middle. So probably like 92, 93 yards a game. So right there, that's about 1,600 something, right? Touchdown wise for him, he'll probably get I could see him getting a couple receiving touchdowns this year, but I see Derrick Henry getting at least 14 rushing touchdowns, adding a couple receiving. He should get about 16, 17 touchdowns this year. He should. And it could be more. He might go crazy. He might get more type shit. So I see him going for the running backs. Wide receiver is interesting. Wide receiver is very interesting. If I had to choose a wide receiver this year to go number one, I'd probably have to go basically with the volume of targets that he has. If he can just pick up some touchdowns, that'll be great. But I can honestly say I see Puka Nacua. I see Puka Nacua as a top wide receiver. He'll get the yards. He'll get the catches. He'll give you the points. But if Matt Stafford can just find him more in the end zone this year, if he can get at least 9, 10 touchdowns, yeah, I go with that. But, and obviously, you know what? No, let me scrap that. Now, because now really thinking about his volume, he does have Devontae Adams, and there's going to be key guys on him. I'd probably have to go, once he gets going, I said Jalen Pogue. Jalen Pogue sucks. Fuck the Yankees. Roman Anthony fucks. Hell yeah. Facts. That's a fact. I probably have to. It's either these three guys, Brian. It's either Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, or Puka Nacua. No cap. The dark horse will be Puka Nacua. And that's what I'm sticking with. No bullshit. I'm gonna go sleeper. I'm gonna go Puka Nacua, wide receiver 1. Tight end, I probably have to go Brock Bowers, tight end 1. Because you got Kittle's hurt. Kelsey ain't the same. Tyler Warren's smooth. Tyler Warren is smooth. He had a great first game. I don't know if that production is going to keep up because we don't know how Daniel Jones is going to pick up. But yeah, save a spread. I'd probably go Brock Bowers. And yeah, I mean, if he'll probably end up getting like 6, 7 touchdowns. Yeah, know what I'm saying? He says Josh Allen. He says Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, CD, Lamb, and Tyler Warren. Fair. Or Brock. Word. Appreciate you. Yeah, picks are valid. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. CD. No, honestly, CD's not bad either. I mean, Dak just has to get him the ball, and he just has to not drop shit. That's it. If he can maintain not dropping the fucking ball, he'll be all right. No cap. Bijan Robinson, especially his first game, having that 50-yard receiving touchdown, having over 100 on in the air. Yeah, he could very well be in the conversation too. Honestly, let's just see how Michael Penix really utilizes him. But I think Michael Penix will really utilize him more out the backfield too. The running I'm not worried about, but him out of the backfield is very deadly. So if he can just use him more out the backfield, whether it's screen passes, angle routes, or even having him line up at slot and going for slants, or even running some form of streak, hey, you got to use the man as much as you can. Shout out to Matt Cam in the chat at Bad Art. He says Jalen Polk sucks. Fuck the Yankees. Roman Anthony fucks. Seaman. Have a good Hey, that's my dog for you. But yeah, chat. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. But those are my picks for fantasy, at least leader wise. we'll see what happens. We will revisit it sometime soon. But I appreciate Brian for the question. Hell yeah. All right, Sox. Let's see. So obviously, Sox lost 5-3. Max Fried took the win. He's now 17-5 with a 3.03 ERA. Brian Bayo took the loss. He's 11-7 with a 3.25 ERA. And then deadline acquisition, David Bednar. They got him from the Pirates, like we mentioned yesterday. He picked up his 24th save. He has a 2.38 ERA, and he's been pitching well for them. At least they've found like a consistent presence for a closer. Because I ain't even gonna mention the last one, but the last one's ass. No bullshit. He should have just stayed in Milwaukee. That motherfucker. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? That little nigga's he's Dukes. But yeah, let's see. So obviously the Sox lost. We'll start with the Sox. Andrew, my guy Andrew, if you're still in there, you can chime in too once I read off these stats too. So you can keep talking for sure. Obviously the Sox lost. We start with them first. So they had 10 hits on the night, but they did strike out 10 times. Bunch of dickwads. Let's see. Eric Sogard and Nate Eaton, Nick Sogard. I said Eric. That's his cousin. Nick Sogard and Connor Wong each had 2 hits on the afternoon for the Sox. Romy Gonzalez, Alex Bregman, Jarren Duran, and Cedar Rafaela had hits as well. Alex Bregman had a home run in the game. That's where he got his RBI. Finally had a home run after 27 games of not hitting one. Jarren Duran finally hit a home run. It's been a little bit since he hit one, but he had a pinch hit home run. Connor Wong had a good RBI. I believe that RBI was in the 5th inning. So, he's been picking it up lately, but he's still, his bat sucks this year. And it sucks because he did great last year. Let's see. Anybody else? No, that's about it, but that's him for the bats. But again, you have 2 home runs today, so at least the power was there. It just wasn't enough. Brian Bayo, this is actually the first time in a while where he's given up a run against the Yankees. And his first inning didn't do him any justice. He didn't have the best of games, but he kept his team in it. He did. He went 5, gave up 5 hits. He did walk 3 guys, which hurt him. Did strike out 4. Obviously, 4 earned runs. He did give up a home run, and the home run that he gave up was to Jazz Chisholm. So, yeah. That hurt. Oh, actually, I didn't even finish the thing. My fault, chat. My fault. All right, word. I didn't mean to go back up. So, yeah, that was his stat line. But then the bullpen, for the most part, it was smooth. But up until Chapman. Chris Murphy came in, pitched the inning in 2/3, gave up a walk, but he did strike out 2. Garrett Whitlock went an inning in the 3rd, gave up 3 hits. And he did have a strikeout, so at least those 2 did their jobs. And then Aroldis Chapman for his second straight appearance gave up a run. He's now up to a 1.28 ERA this year, and that run basically put the dagger in the game. He did give up 2 hits as well. I'm not, him giving up runs in his last 2 appearances. I'm not concerned, but you're giving him a raw deal when Ali Sanchez is in the game catching for him, and he's not. You could see that his comfortability, I would say, with him hasn't been that sharp. It either has to be Connor Wong or Carlos Narvaez. And when you take both of them out the game late in the game and you put Ali Sanchez in there, it's tough for a guy like Chapman because he doesn't have that chemistry with him yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still not worried. If it happens again, let's say if he comes in tomorrow and he does the same shit, then it's a little cause for concern. No cap. But yeah, like it's just tough seeing, he was at a 0.98 ERA on Wednesday. Now he's at a 1.28. He's still in line for the Mariano Rivera Award, which I'm sure he'll get. But it's just tough. It's like you got to limit the runs, bro. You got to limit the runs. No bullshit. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, that's it for the Sox wise. Red Sox batting, but going to the Yankees, and it pains me. Shout out to my guy Ant. He's not in here right now. I wish he was, because man, these Yankees piss me off. No bullshit. And I fuck with him a little because the fans from New York. I do. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I hate the Yankees. I just hate when they win against the Sox. I hate them playing the Sox. When they don't play the Sox, I fuck with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, yeah. I'm not one of them niggas. I'll tell you that. But I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, like these niggas just came to Fenway Park and handled business. Like, no, can't be like that, bro. The Sox got to really, they got to lock in tomorrow. Garrett Crochet got to do what he got to do. But we'll get into that after this. Yankees had 10 hits on the night. They did strike out 7 times. A few guys had multiple hits. Jazz Chisholm, the player of the game, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. One of those hits was a home run. Cody Bellinger and Aaron Judge each had 2 hits. Bellinger did have 2 RBIs. So Chisholm and Bellinger had all five of the RBIs on the afternoon. Ben Rice, Jason Dominguez, and Caballero all had hits as well. There you go. Word. So there are your 10 hits right there. Again, pitching wise for the Yankees, Max Fried. He's starting to look like the Max Fried that that was started early in the year. He's 5. He again 17-5 on the year now. He went 5 1/3. He did give up 9 hits. The Sox didn't capitalize when he was in the game. He did He did walk 2, struck out 6, and gave up 2 earned runs. Bregman did hit the home run off of him. Luke Weaver came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning, got 2 strikeouts. Devin Williams came in for the 7th, handled his business. Cruz came in, pitched the inning, gave up a hit, did strike out 2. He did give up the home run to Duran. And then David Bednar came in with the save, pitched the inning. He, got all 3 outs. So there you go right there, chat. That's your Sox recap. I will say the inning that hurt them the most, real quick, 2 instances hurt them. Let me see if I can go down. I believe it was in the 3rd inning. Let me see. Okay, word. It was the bottom of the 2nd. Nate Eaton walk. Connor Wong had a double, and Nick Sogard went to 3rd. So, excuse me. Nate Eaton walked. Nick Sogard singled, right? Nate Eaton was on 1st. He tried to go all the way to 3rd. He got out. Word. Okay, boom. Connor Wong, he doubled. You have 1st and 3rd now, right? Then you have Cedon and Roman Gonzalez striking out. That inning hurt the most. That hurt a lot, I should say. Because Nate Eaton, what are you doing trying to stretch a single from 1st to 3rd when the ball wasn't really hit that hard? That's one. Like, what the fuck are you doing? He has good speed, but you got to be smart. There's been a few instances in the last month where Nate Eaton has been on base and caused some bullshit. Like, there's that. And then another big moment, I will say, it was in the 6th inning. Let's go to the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. Nate Eaton, he singled. Nick Sogard singled. Connor Wong singled. Nate Eaton scored. It's now 4-2. Right? Again, Cedon and Romy striking out. Like, you got to be able to at least put your bat on the ball in moments like these, because you got to be able to. The strikeouts, it got to be stopped. It has to be stopped. There has to be better at bats. I'm telling you, like, it's gotten to the point where I want to rip my hair out, and I'm finally growing my hair, and I'm not trying to rip this hair out. No cap. 3 in a row. They got tomorrow night's game, Sunday night game. I'll preview that right now real quick. Give me one sec, chat, because I forgot to I forgot to put it up. But I will share it. I will share my screen. I'll switch the screen in a second. Word. All right, word. Okay, tomorrow's game. Will Warren, he starts for the Bronx Bombers. He's 8-6 with a 4.22 ERA, 158 strikeouts. Garrett Crochet starts for the Sox. He is 15-5 with a 2.57 ERA with 228 strikeouts. He's still in the running for the Cy Young Award. Tariq Skubal struggled Thursday night. So this is he has to be the stopper. He has to step up. This probably might be Garrett Crochet's biggest start of his Red Sox career so far. He has to be the stopper. He does. They need to get a win. This is a must-win game tomorrow for the Sox. If they get swept, they are in trouble. They're in big-time trouble, no cap. They really are. If he can get going, really, if he sets the tone and really dominates like his last start against the Yanks at Yankee Stadium, and the Red Sox can get some hits off Will Warren, which I'm sure they can because they've done it before, this helps them out going into Monday against the Athletics. Because no bullshit, yeah, we're in big fucking trouble if they lose. If the Sox lose, they're in big fucking trouble. No cap. Tomorrow's game is at 7:10. It is Sunday Night Baseball, so everybody's going to be watching. Well, I wouldn't say everybody because Sunday Night Football will be on, but I will tune in. I'm going to tune in. This is a must-win game for the Sox. This is a must-win game. If Garrett Crochet can do what he does, honestly, this will play favor for him winning the Cy Young Award. This really will. He has to go out there and he has to dominate. Only thing he can do. It's the only thing he can do, Chad. Now, let me refresh this real quick, chat. If it lets me. If it lets me. Did it let me? Okay, word. There you go. Word, chat. All right. Real quick. Updates. Toronto is still leads the American League at 86-62. They had a walk-off win against the Orioles today by a score of 5-4. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Word. The Tigers are still in second place, leading the Central. The Astros still, and Mariners are tied for first place in the American League West at 80-68. Tigers 84-65. The Yankees are up 3 games in the wild card at 83-65. Obviously, the Sox are 81-68. They're only a half game up of the second wild card. They got to win tomorrow. They have to win tomorrow. This, again, must win. Because I tell you, I don't want to see another September collapse, man. I don't want to see another September collapse. I really don't. You know, and they have struggled at home lately. They've struggled at home in their last 10 games, or last 11 games, I should say, they are 3-8 now at home. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. They'll get through it. I believe in them still, but yeah, it's tough, chat. It's tough. Let's see what happens tomorrow night, chat. See what happens tomorrow night. Big news for the Patriots, though. Big news for the Patriots. Jalen Polk is no longer a member of the New England Patriots. He has been traded to the New Orleans Saints. Got to get a quick drink real quick. The Jalen Polk era in New England is officially over and done with. And not a lot of shit happened. No cap. Not a lot of shit happened, chat. So the Saints obviously are acquiring Jalen Polk in exchange for a 2027 6th-round pick. The Saints will also receive a 2028 7th-round pick from the Pats. So this, besides Drake May, the 2024 New England Patriots draft class, drafted by Elliott Wolf and with the help of Gerard Mayo in some way, shape, or form. This is probably going to go down as the worst draft, as arguably the worst draft class in Patriot history, as there is only one guy now. There's only one guy on the roster, and that is your starting quarterback, Drake May. So you got the third overall selection right. Everybody else flopped. The experiment is over and done with. Jalen Polk didn't do absolute shit while he was here. He had trouble learning the offense. He had trouble being a pro here. He's currently hurt. He's out for the year with a shoulder injury. At least so we think. But yeah, he gets a fresh start in New Orleans. He has talent. It ain't like the guy truly sucks and he don't have no talent. This kid has talent. It just didn't work out here. It just didn't work out. So, best wishes to Jalen Polk. Thank you for nothing. Thank you for absolute nothing. Shout out to Cam Murray. He's a bitch. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with my nigga. But shout out to Cam for chiming in on that. You know, there's not much you can do about it. It's a business, but you know, bro had to be out. He had to be out of here, chat. All right, so news on the Pats for tomorrow's game. Tomorrow, the Pats take on the Dolphins. They travel to Miami. It's going to be hot as shit down there. It will be hot as shit. But some news for on the Dolphins side that should help the Pats. Starting right tackle Austin Jackson is on the injured reserve. He's already out. He's out for the next 4 weeks. Larry Borum is expected to take his spot in the starting lineup. James Daniels is also on injured reserve. He's the starting right guard. So there's going to be 2 new starters on the right side for the Dolphins tomorrow afternoon. So they got to take advantage of that. They have to take advantage of that. Old friend Cole Strange was signed by the Dolphins early this week. He was previously on the Browns practice squad after his release from the Pats just a few weeks ago. So, the right side of the defense, of their offense, should be taken advantage of by Harold Landry, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, Caleb Chason. But especially, I would assume Harold Landry is going to be on that right side for the majority of the game. He has to go crazy. He already leads the NFL with 2.5 sacks early on in this season. It's only 1 game, but it's still cool. He has to do his work. He got to go crazy. No bullshit. He has to go crazy. If he don't go crazy, nigga, then we're lost. You know what I'm saying? Other guys got to go crazy too, but Harold Landry got to have a good game. Because playing against 2 backup linemen, like, that should be a feast. And that's for the whole defensive line. Not even just him, but they got to go crazy. Excuse me. There are some rumblings internally that people in the organization are questioning if they can really get true pressure rushing for their 4 defensive linemen. I mean, so their 4, starting defensive line. That's going to be in question for the next few weeks. Bill Williams played well. He had 7 pressures. Christian Barmore was mainly the run stuffer, but he has to get more pressures. It's only 1 game, though. Harold Landry and Caleb Chason have to continue to put on pressure. They have to. Mind you, former starting left tackle, Teron Armstead, retired this offseason. So there's a new left tackle for the Dolphins. That Dolphins offensive line isn't that great right now. So the Pats have to take full advantage of this. The defense has to play a whole lot better. They do without Christian Gonzalez. But that defensive line has to wreak havoc early. And they have to do it often because that's really going to be the key to winning this game. That really is. Defensive line got to go crazy. All right, chat. Hold on 1 second, chat. My fault. I didn't mean to switch that chat. We're going to talk about BC football in a second too. We're going to talk about them in a second too. What I did also want to mention, right? What I did also want to mention is, what was I going to say? It'll come to me. Overall, tomorrow, Once I think of it, yeah, I'll say it. But overall tomorrow, the offense has to get clicking. The offense has to click. No bullshit. So how should I say this? If we can't put up points against a lifeless team like the Dolphins, and yes, I get that they just had a players only meeting, which is great for them. You know what I'm saying? It's good to always have that. But this is a team that just had a players only meeting after week 1, after getting steamrolled and embarrassed by the Colts. You have to take full advantage of this. This team isn't where it's supposed to be right now. This Dolphins team, I should say. Tyreek Hill is going through shit on and off the field, especially off the field. It seems like, him and Tua have kind of lost their touch together, even though it's been one game. He hasn't caught a pass. He hasn't caught a 30-yard pass since week 1 of last year, and that was a game-winning 80-yard touchdown that he caught after getting arrested before the game. That was the last time he had a 30-yard catch. It's been over a year, right? Let's not make this the game where he finally gets a 30-yard catch. Let's try to limit him, And it's going to be tough, obviously. It's going to be tough without Christian Gonzalez. That's the guy that you mainly have covering him when he is out there. I get it. But Carlton Davis has to really play a great game on him. Please. You can't let this Dolphins team get back on you. They have to get it going. You've lost 4 straight to the Dolphins, dating back. The last time you won against the Dolphins was late in 2022. They have to get this game. They have to. I know it's going to be hot as shit. I know. But they have to get this game. They have to. Drake May has to find it. Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, but especially Travion Henderson, they have to get him the ball often and early. You got to get your receivers the ball. Hopefully Stephon Diggs is more of a factor. Hunter Henry should be a factor as well, a big factor. Kayshon Boutte, they got to keep feeding him as much as they can too. I fuck with Kayshon Boutte. He's smooth. He's smooth as fuck. He is. But this offense as a whole, and even the offensive line has to step up too, because that Dolphins defensive line is they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're kind of underrated, but they're pretty good. So this should be a Pats win. I expect them to win. I'm always gonna have belief in my Pats, but they got to really start to put it together, and it has to start tomorrow. Again, the weather will play a factor. It might rain. I don't know. It rained earlier in this game, in the Miami South Florida game, the college game, right? And I believe I'm checking the score right now on TV. Miami's kicking ass. I will say that the U is kicking ass. It looks like it might be still raining. Excuse me. It looks like it still might be raining a little bit. So maybe the weather might play a factor tomorrow with rain. But again, this Patriots team is much more. How should I say this? Team-wise, they're much more of a team right now than the Dolphins are, and that says a lot. That just shows you that the Dolphins, it don't look great. It don't look great. No bullshit. It don't. So the Pats got to get a win. They have to. They have to go crazy. They have to, chat. They really do. Yeah. Yeah, chat. My fault. I'm just checking something real quick. All right, word. I had to check something. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all a lot. The final thing we're going to cover tonight, because I wasn't going to make this a crazy live. Real quick on BC's matchup against Stanford tonight at Stanford. It's college football after dark. College football. Actually, I wouldn't call it after dark because I think the game starts at 10. But it's called, Yeah. The game will be played after dark, but I guess you could call it that. Let's talk about them real quick because it's a get back game for them. They lost last week to Michigan State in overtime, 42-40. But Bill O'Brien and the BC Eagles, right? Team wise, they look pretty smooth. They look pretty smooth so far. They do. Passing the ball wise, I haven't seen anything like this really since Matt Ryan. The last time the Eagles really had a good passing game, like a good passing game, was in 2007. 2007 was really the last year that both the Patriots and BC football were hot commodities, like real hot commodities. I'm talking about, it was must-watch football, for real. And BC finally has a quarterback in Dylan Lonergan that can actually zip the ball. A former Alabama quarterback. He transferred from Alabama in the offseason. But this might be their best quarterback since Matt Ryan. And that says a lot. That speaks on, having Thomas Castellanos here last year. And Thomas Castellanos, he's good. But he's more of a pure runner than anything, But this kid has an arm. He can sling it. No diddy. He can sling it. No bullshit. So, real quick, stat-wise, obviously the Eagles are 1-1 on the year. Through 2 games in 2025, BC is 12th in rushes and 16 in yards per rush, compared with second in passes and first in completions and completion percentage. And those totals are in the ACC. Let's see. By the way, this article is from Boston.com. It was written by Trevor Haas, right? So it says the benefits of a pass-heavy attack are obvious, as the Eagles are leaning on a steady diet of Dylan Lonergan's darts and moving the ball with fluidity. The next step is finding the sweet spot where the run game complements the passing game and makes BC multidimensional and even more potent. That's a fact. Yeah, the running game hasn't gone crazy so far in the first couple games, but it's only 2 games, but it has to be picked up. It does. O'Brien says, we strive for balance, but we also do what we believe it takes to win the game. In the last game, we had to throw the football to move the ball, but the running game has to improve. We got into every game wanting to be 50-50. The Eagles, 1-1, will have an opportunity to find consistency in that area when they face Stanford on Saturday, obviously today, at 10:30. So actually, honestly, I guess you could call this football after dark low-key, or getting close to football after dark. It is an ACC matchup. It's 3,122 miles across the country, which is crazy. So that's how. Oh, wow. That's a long way. But yeah, the game will end close to 2 a.m. tonight. So I'm going to be up for that. O'Brien isn't sure the last time he stayed up that late, but he acknowledged it's been a long time. BC players embrace the challenge and are eager to start conference play against the Cardinals, who are 0-2. All right, keys to tonight's game. Dylan Lonergan feeding, I'm blanking on bro's name. Lonergan to Lewis Bond. It's my fault, chat. I blanked on his name. Lewis Bond. Lonergan to Lewis. It says, while it's important to not be one-dimensional, that doesn't mean the Eagles should never veer away from what's working. Lonergan is the second ACC quarterback this century to post 8 touchdown passes and no interceptions in the first 2 games of the season. O'Brien is largely pleased with what he's seeing, but he made sure to put the scorching start to perspective. And like he said, it's only 2 games. We're not sending him quite yet to the BC Varsity Club of Hall of Fame. That's facts. We're not sending him to Canton just yet, but he's off to a good start. We're thrilled to have him here. Damn. 22 of Lonergan's 60 completions have gone to star receiver Lewis Bond, who leads the nation in receptions. Bond is a master route runner who has a knack for creating separation in tight windows. He has 147 career catches, putting him on track to eclipse Zay Flowers' school record of 200. We got to take that drink real quick. Give a lot of credit to Lewis Ball. O'Brien said he's one of our blessed. He's one of the best players to ever play at BC. No doubt about it. Senior captain going to Owen. Senior captain Owen McGowan, a Canton native and Catholic Memorial product, has excelled in an increased role. O'Brien credited McGowan for keeping the Eagles in last Saturday's double overtime loss. Obviously, his sack of Aiden Childs gave BC a chance, and he added 8 tackles. If you're not physical, you're not going to make them. McGowan said, "You have to have the mindset that you're not going to miss tackles. The Eagles are well aware that they missed some tackles they should have made against Childs and company. BC's top 3 tacklers this season are defensive backs, which is a double-edged sword that illuminates its strength and weakness. Excuse me. We do have to tackle better." That Davion Crounce, linebacker, said that. So we obviously incorporated that into a lot of practice this week. Stanford quarterback Ben Goldbrinson has completed just 51.6% of his passes and has thrown 3 interceptions. But the Eagles know that doesn't mean that they can sleep on him or a potential replacement. Putting pressure on the quarterback and creating chaos defensively could go a long way in ensuring BC takes care of business. Word. Let me see. I'm going to read this also, but I just want to see how long this article was. All right, last thing. Putting it in the past. The Eagles started last season 4-1 before dropping 3 straight in an uninspiring stretch against Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Louisville. The loss to the Spartans was just one game, but BC needs to ensure it doesn't spiral into more. Right tackle Kevin Klein said the Eagles are focused on converting the feeling of losing into fuel and expelling the emotion they have through each rep. Win or lose, it's coming, Klein said. Next week is coming. You've got no time to sulk in it, I should say, or glorify yourself in it. You got to keep moving, keep your head down, keep being persistent. Facts. BC enters as 13.5-point favorites, which is rare for a program on the road in conference play. O'Brien said he believes the Eagles can be a good football team, but they have to go and do it. Yeah. It's up to the BC players to rise to the occasion and not let a winnable game slip away. Not a lot of us have been out west, so it'll be a fun trip, said wide receiver Luke McGoffin. I think we're all excited to get the ACC games going. Facts. Yeah, chat. So there you go right there. Hopefully BC can come out on top, I should say, today. Should be a BC win. I think I'm going to go today due to Dylan Lonergan's arm. I'm going to say because Stanford has struggled. I'm going to go. I will go 31-17 Eagles. 31-17 Eagles. That's what I'm going to go with today. 31-17. I believe in them, and I should put up some points. Lewis Bond should finally grab a touchdown. That's what I think. No bullshit. 31-17 Eagles. But with that being said, chat, it's time for me to continue to watch some college football and prepare for this game in an hour and a half. Currently 9:01, and we were on for close to 50 minutes. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you. You guys always show me some love when y'all tune in. I appreciate y'all. Thanks again for the support. I appreciate y'all. Likes, if y'all tune into the live later, like it up, subscribe, show some love. Appreciate y'all. But this has been another edition of What the Hell's Happening in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's see what the Sox can get it done tomorrow night. Garrett Crochet has to have a big start. Need a win from the Pats, and I need a win from BC tonight. No bullshit. Hey, football season is back. College and NFL. Baseball season is getting down to the wire. It's gonna be a fun. It's really good. It's getting pretty fun now. So we just have to see how it all plays out. But yeah, chat. I'll catch you tomorrow. We'll recap the Pats tomorrow, recap the Red Sox tomorrow, recap all this that we talked about today will be recapped tomorrow. Thank you again. Love y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.